We are not ready to part with the Scarlet Witch yet, and it seems neither is Elizabeth Olsen herself. The youngest Olsen sister has reported having extended her contract for the MCU. What does this mean? Will we get a new season of WandaVision? Or will we get a Scarlet Witch movie? To find out more, keep watching. First up, the rumor. In the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, Elizabeth Olsen plays Wanda Maximoff, also known as the Scarlet Witch, who has since her debut become a fan favorite character. Elizabeth Olsen made her unnamed debut in Captain America: The Winter Soldier, and then became the star of the show in the following Marvel movies. After seeing the response that the public had to her, the big boys at the MCU gave Wanda her own show by the name of WandaVision. Currently, Wanda is set to make an appearance in Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness in theaters in May 2022. Fans are eager to see the next chapter in Wanda's life. In the movie trailer, Wanda is shown confronting a nightmare version of herself in a New Jersey home similar to the one she made in WandaVision. But fans are worried whether her next appearance will be her final. Not. According to a report on Twitter, Olsen's contract with Marvel Studios has been extended for another 7 years, with a standalone picture in the works. And you know what that means. More magic. So what does this lead to? The information has not been confirmed. The statement has, however, gone viral, with the tweet receiving over 72,000 likes and 12,000 retweets. Since then, fans of the Scarlet Witch and Olsen are thrilled at the prospect of 7 more years with the character. But in all honesty, we have to remember it is not an actual announcement. It's a leak or a rumor, something that us Marvel fans are used to. While sometimes these rumors do prove to be fruitful, a lot of these times they're just that, a rumor. For starters, we are not actual Hollywood executives. But don't performers sign contracts for projects rather than years? Secondly, as we all know, anyone can say anything on Twitter. Don't believe everything you read on the internet, guys. Does this mean that Elizabeth Olsen won't appear in any more Marvel films? Wanda Maximoff, in our opinion, will probably be seen a lot more in the future. Keep in mind that Wanda has just gone through a major change, which includes new clothes and somewhat stronger powers. Whether she's in better control of them or not is a different argument. Would Marvel go to such lengths to create the Scarlet Witch only to have her appear in one film? No, we don't believe so, especially since WandaVision was also a critical and popular success. Her contract may be ending, but the story is just getting started. Next, the future of Scarlet Witch. What may the Scarlet Witch's progression look like? Fans, like us, are understandably demanding a solo film, given that Wanda already has her Disney Plus series, which may or may not get renewed for a season 2, there are a lot of unexplored areas left. Wanda has a lot of character development that the MCU hasn't delved in. She's always kind of been a supporting character and never the lead role, so giving her a feature film or a trilogy shouldn't be so hard. If she gets her feature film, there is a lot of speculation that it will focus on a side of Wanda that we've never seen before either. Although the details on the upcoming Doctor Strange movie are a little hazy, one can infer from the trailer that Wanda takes a nefarious turn. She says she's become the villain to Strange, and Strange looks almost scared of what will happen next. While we can't tell what the movie will write for Wanda and whether this new change of heart will be permanent, we sure are interested. Somehow Elizabeth Olsen in a villainous role oddly seems to be the factor we were all missing. If evil Wanda was to get her film, then the possibilities of where the MCU could take this would be interesting as well. Imagine hating a character you've loved all this time. A feature film could also showcase the relationship she had with her now dead brother Pietro and how they were trained together, sort of like a reverse origin story. I'm sure fans will be interested, especially since there are very few female superhero movies. I mean, Black Widow only got her solo after she died, even though she is one of the oldest characters in the MCU. Even if Wanda doesn't get her feature, there's always the next team-up movie to look forward to, whenever and whatever it is. Tommy and Billy, her twin sons, are also going to be a part of the Young Avengers, a group we expect to see on screen soon. And remember that Kong the Conqueror is still out there. and defeating him will require all of Marvel's heroes. The MCU does not have a shortage of villains to fight. Now we have the fan response. Fans showed an incredible response to the Disney Plus show WandaVision, so it's no surprise that when there was a sliver of a possibility for a Scarlet Witch movie, they went berserk. Fans have discussed the possibility on social media platforms already, going through theories of what the plot of the movie would ensue. Will Wanda be evil? Will she be the hero? Will she star as the villain in someone else's story? No one knows, but everyone is really excited, and so are we. The big boss of the MCU, Kevin Feige, is going to have to give the people what they want if this traction keeps up. So our advice to all you Scarlet Witch fans, keep making noise. Now in other Marvel-related news, Patrick Stewart confirms return as Professor X in Doctor Strange 2. While all of us are still questioning which version of Wanda will make it to the big screen, another character has finally confirmed his presence. Patrick Stewart has come clean after having a lot of fun denying his involvement in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. During the Super Bowl, a new commercial for the impending Marvel sequel was unveiled. It included what looked to be Stewart's voice as Professor X from the X-Men franchise. Stewart first denied that it was him in the teaser because his face wasn't seen, implying that it could just be someone who sounds like him. The actor discussed the Doctor Strange 2 scenario in a new interview with Jake's Takes. He was initially questioned about what may happen if Doctor Strange and Professor X ever met. This hints at a meeting between the two in Doctor Strange 2, with Stewart describing how Xavier might react if they were to share the screen in a film due out this May. He argued that Professor X would be extremely cautious and vigilant, and perhaps feel insecure, since there is something potentially deadly about Doctor Strange, and that would put the professor on edge. Stewart later addressed his role in the film directly. This time, he came clean, saying it was his voice that was captured on camera. Stewart, however, claims he didn't recognize his voice and didn't care for the commercial when it aired during the Super Bowl. He had no idea his name went viral that night, and he was pleasantly delighted to see so many fans excited about his return, all because of that little subtle hint in the trailer. Maybe Patrick Stewart can influence our minds in reality as well. Next, Ryan Reynolds teases a Deadpool 3. Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool was last seen a few months ago when he linked up with Taika Waititi's Korg for a wonderful and hilarious Free Guy promotion that kind of technically might be Deadpool's debut appearance in the MCU. It's been 4 years since Deadpool 2 was released, and we don't have any Deadpool 3 release date updates because Marvel hasn't revealed anything yet. Ryan Reynolds appears to be ready to provide some concrete details about the project. In an interview with Collider to promote The Atom Project, his upcoming Netflix film, he mentioned that he will have a fresh batch of updates to give everyone soon. That's good enough for us. Looks like we'll get to see Deadpool in the MCU soon. Quick question, will Josh Brolin still play Cable? Lastly, Marvel Studios teases the future of the Eternals. Looks like everyone in the MCU is having their fun with the fans, including the studio itself. Following the conclusion of Marvel's Infinity Saga, the multiverse appeared to be the MCU's next major threat, affecting everyone. While this appears to be the case, Eternals, one of Marvel's most recent Phase 4 films, did not appear to add in any way to the larger MCU or the current phase's overarching story. It apparently does, however, according to the authors of Eternals, play an incredibly important role. The movie was different from the usual MCU films and covered a lot of history, but didn't show us other MCU's previously established characters, although they were referenced a lot. The producers at Marvel, Kevin Feige and Chloe Zhao, the director of the Eternals, have all mentioned that the impact of the Eternals on the MCU will be huge. The movie has somehow changed the course of the entire MCU, which is a huge claim to make. There have been theories related to the presence of Eros, who is played by Harry Styles, and the relation of the Avengers to the Eternals as well. Although things are a little hazy for now, we're guessing that the upcoming Eternals movies will help us take a look into the life of Thanos. That's all for this video, folks. Thanks for watching.